Hello all loonies and normals, my name is Joe Silver, welcome to my channel. This week we're going to be talking about speed in video games and TV shows. No, not the drug. I mean as in movement. When you see it in video games and TV shows, there's this common belief that for some reason being able to go fast means you can slow down the world around you. Now, maybe there's some scientific principle behind that, and maybe that's right. I don't know. But if that is right, then what they do in video games and TV shows is not right. The idea being that you can move so fast that the world around you appears to slow down. That I can get behind, that's fine. What always bothers me though is, like, for example in the Sonic trailer, for example with things like other things, well, all sorts really, is the idea that because you're a speedster, because you can go fast, you can stand still and the world will just freeze around you because you've apparently been travelling so fast. No, that's not how that works. That's not how physics work. Fine, if you can go fast enough, the world around you may appear to slow down because of perspective. But but for example, in the Sonic trailer, they've got Sonic stood there going, "Look at that, I took 6,000 steps today," and it's like the missiles are just frozen around him. It's like physics doesn't work that way. If it's connected to your speed, then by stopping, you experience the world the same as everybody else who's stopped. Yeah, it doesn't work like that. So it's really so I look at it and think that doesn't make sense. And okay, it's a video game, it's fantasy, you know, this suspension of disbelief and all that. But I just look at it and I think that's not how physics works. Like I said, in theory, I think if you were able to move at the speed of light, in theory, I think you could make the world around you seem to slow down. But there would be a problem. If you're moving at the speed of light, light cannot move into your eyes because you're moving at the same speed as it, therefore you wouldn't be able to see. That's a whole other discussion. But this is more about, you know, because the thing is, at the end of the day, we accept Sonic is a fantasy character, for example, Sonic the Hedgehog, yeah? We know that hedgehogs don't move that fast. I've actually picked one up once and held it, but that's another story for another time. The fact is, hedgehogs don't move that fast. We know that. They are not blue, they don't move that fast, they don't stand on two legs. You know, this is understood. Nobody for a second expects that to be real. So fine, that's fine, that it's not real. Same with The Flash. No one thinks that being struck by lightning, or whatever it was that happened to him, can make you run super fast. If you get struck by lightning, you end up in hospital or dead. Just saying, right? So we understand that these things are not real. But I just think that they are stretching the suspension of disbelief a little far when your main character is stood there and everything around him is frozen and he stood there like this going, you know, come on. It's like, dude, we get it, okay? He's supposed to be fast, but fast means movement, not stood still. If you stand still, you experience the world the same way as every one of us slow bees do. That's you know, physics. That's how it works. So, and it always gets me. There's this idea that because you are fast, you could stop the world for a second and just stand there looking cool. And come on, you know. It's like, just stop. I would I will follow you if you say that the guy can move fast enough that the world around him appears to slow down. So like he's moving really fast and then everything starts to slow down and you go yeah, and batters everything to pieces because it's like, well, I'm so fast I can do that. I'll follow you on that one. But when you stop, the world moves the same speed as it always does. You know, you gotta have some sort of logic in there. Even fantasy has its logic. Even fantasy must follow logic. Because if fantasy doesn't follow any logic, then it's chaotic and it makes no sense. So, logically, he is fast enough that by moving fast enough, the world around him appears to slow down because it's his perspective of things means it looks that way. Fine. But logic cannot explain the idea that you can stand still and still have that effect going on. You can't. It doesn't work like that. You know? So even fantasy, even things that are completely not realistic, in the sense that you look and you go, this could never happen in real life, even they must follow some logic. Now, if you can explain to me in simple terms, I don't want quotes from huge science textbooks that use terms that even scientists look at and go, what are you talking about? Because if I get those kind of posts, I'm not going to be able to understand a word you're saying. But if you can explain to me simply, in ways that an idiot like me can understand, then I will happily listen and maybe I will be proven wrong. But to me, when you stop, the effect of your speed means it's stopped. The effect of your speed has stopped because you have stopped. You are not moving. So if the effect of your speed is that the world around you slows down, then when you slow down, you lose the effect of your speed because you're not moving. It's just logic. And like I said, I am the first to say that I will accept that, you know, that somebody could probably move, you know, that somebody in fantasy could be said to be moving so quickly that the world around him seems to slow down and everything seems like they're in slow motion. Okay, this, you know, is understandable. It's long been held a belief in fantasy, in sci-fi, that moving faster than the speed of light can do wondrous things, like for example time travel, like for example slowing everything around you down. Fine. These are based in principles. These I accept. However, as I said, what I don't accept is the idea that you could be stood still and still have that effect. That makes no sense. Unless you're trying to say that he moved so fast that the world has to catch up with him. In which case I say, pardon? That's ridiculous. It's just one of these things that I've always looked at and gone, in movies, in TV shows, in video games, and gone, what? That is ridiculous. Come on. You know? Like I said, when Sonic came out in Sonic 1, he was intended to be a very fast blue hedgehog. This is understood. So, you know, the fact that he can go fast is fine. That's long been established. And I mean, I keep mentioning Sonic because this is where I saw it recently in the Sonic trailer. And yeah, we all know about the Sonic trailer. I did do a vlog on that, my opinion of that. But that's beside the point because they're going to redesign him. The point is, that's where I saw it. In the Sonic trailer, he stood there tapping his toes, acting impatient, as Sonic would. I mean, we've seen that in the video games. But the whole world around him is completely frozen. And he's like, look, oh look, I took 6,000 steps today. And I'm like, sorry, but speed doesn't work like that. Anyway, I have repeated myself and I have rambled and I have laughed on through this quite enough. That is That is my opinion, is that the speed doesn't work like that, and unless you can provide me with a solid, undeniable reason why it should work like that, again without blinding me with so much technical jargon that my head explodes, feel free to do so in the comment section down below. If you have enjoyed what you have seen here, if you know, please leave me a like, leave me a sub, and leave me a comment down below. I always enjoy getting your feedback. I make these vlogs not to shout about my opinion, because yes, they are always my opinion, but because I like discussions. Not arguments, but discussions. I like to hear your feedback, so please leave me some if you're so inclined. Thank you so much for watching, people. Thank you so much for the support. I have been Joe Silver. This has been a vlog. Goodbye.